Good evening, dear viewer. Thank you for joining us. My name is Ifrah Noor and you're watching Dalsan TV News Bulletin. Somali security forces have killed more than 130 Al-Shabab militants after repelling a major attack on the coastal town of Kudhaa in the Lower Juba region. According to the Ministry of Defense, the fighting lasted more than 24 hours after militants launched a coordinated assault attempting to overrun the town. Kudhaa is considered strategically significant due to its location along Somalia's southern coastline, an area long targeted by the group for supply routes and movement. The Somali National Army, led by its elite Danab Special Forces, fought alongside Jubbaland regional security units with support from international partners. Our reporter Mohammed Saido with more on this story.
Officials say Somali security forces killed more than 130 Al-Shabab militants after repelling a major coordinated attack on the coastal town of Kudhaa in the Lower Juba region. According to the Ministry of Defense, the fighting lasted more than 24 hours after a militant attempted to overrun the town, launching attacks from multiple directions. Government forces engaged in intense ground combat, eventually forcing the attackers to retreat. The Somali National Army's elite Danab Special Forces played a leading role in the operation, fighting alongside Jubbaland regional security units with support from international partners. Authorities say weapons and vehicles were seized from retreating militants. Security officials described the operation as a significant blow to Al-Shabab's operational capacity in the Lower Juba, a region long used by the group for logistics, supply routes, and movement. Following the fighting, authorities confirmed that Kudhaa and surrounding areas are fully under government control. Security forces remain on high alert to prevent any renewed threats or regrouping by militants. The Ministry of Defense says operation against Al-Shabab will continue until lasting peace and stability are achieved across Somalia. Mohammed Saido, Dalsan English.
Following the successful operation in Kudhaa, Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre has thanked the Somali National Army's Danab Special Forces and Jubbaland security units for their vigilance and professionalism. In remarks issued yesterday, the Prime Minister praised the forces for acting swiftly to repel the attack and secure the town, noting that their actions helped prevent civilian casualties and further instability in the region. Mohammed Saido with more on this story.
Following the successful operation in Kudhaa, Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre thanked the Somali National Army's Danab Special Forces and Jubbaland security units for their vigilance and professionalism. In remarks issued yesterday, the Prime Minister praised the forces for their swift response, saying their actions helped prevent civilian casualties and prevent instability in the region. He highlighted the importance of coordination between federal and regional forces, describing the operation as a clear importance of improved cooperation in Somalia's ongoing fight against Al-Shabab. Officials say Kudhaa's strategic coastal location makes it a key target for insurgent groups seeking to sustain supply routes. Securing the town is therefore seen as an important step in weakening Al-Shabab's reach in southern Somalia. The Prime Minister reaffirmed the government's commitment to supporting frontline troops and maintaining pressure on militant groups operating across the country.
In a separate regional development, Djibouti has revoked passports held by a large number of officials and prominent figures from Somaliland amid rising diplomatic tensions. Reports indicate that around 1,400 passports belonging to Somaliland officials, elders, journalists and members of parliament have been cancelled.
In a separate regional development, Djibouti has revoked passports held by a larger number of officials and prominent figures from Somaliland amid rising diplomatic tensions. Reports indicate that approximately 1,400 passports belonging to Somaliland officials, elders, journalists, and members of parliament have been cancelled. While Djiboutian authorities have not provided a detailed public explanation, the move is widely viewed as political and comes amid shifting alliances and diplomatic disagreements in the Horn of Africa. Analysts say the decision could affect travel, diplomacy, and engagement for Somaliland officials who frequently transit through Djibouti. The move has sparked debate across the region, with observers warning it may further strain already fragile regional relations. So far, there has been no official indication that the passport will be reinstated. Muhammad Saido, Dalsan TV, English.
While Djiboutian authorities have not issued a detailed public explanation, the move has sparked strong reactions. Our reporter with more on this story. United States President Donald Trump has continued to make disparaging remarks about Somalia and the Somali people, most recently questioning the country's statehood while speaking about immigration in the United States. These comments are not new, nor are they isolated. They form a part of a recurring pattern in which Somalia has been portrayed inaccurately and dismissively despite ongoing efforts by the country to rebuild state institutions, strengthen security, and reassert itself on the regional and global stage. In a previous in-depth interview, we sat down with Somalia's State Minister for Foreign Affairs and asked him directly about these remarks, how the government views them, and what message Somalia wants to send in response to such narratives. If you'd like to hear more from that conversation, including a broader discussion on Somalia's regional diplomacy, global partnerships, and foreign policy direction, you can watch the full interview on our platforms at Dalsan TV. That's it from us today. Thank you for joining us. We wish you a lovely evening.